All right, let's get into what has to be one of the coolest stories in all of biology. We're talking about how our own bodies, in just a matter of weeks, build our arms and our legs from, well, pretty much nothing. It's like this massive construction project, but it's all happening on a microscopic scale.
I mean, have you ever really thought about it? How does a simple little embryo build something as ridiculously complex and perfect as a hand? All those tiny bones, the muscles, how it knows exactly where to put a thumb versus a pinky finger, it seems kind of impossible, right? So, how in the world does it pull that off? That's the big mystery we're going to dig into today.
Okay, so the first thing that's going to blow your mind is the speed. This whole thing happens incredibly fast. We're not talking about a 9-month project here. Nope. The entire blueprint, from start to finish, unfolds in just about 4 weeks. That's it.
And you can see it right here. It all kicks off around week 4. That's when you see these tiny little bumps show up. They're called limb buds. And then, for the next 4 weeks, it's just this whirlwind of activity. They grow, they get longer, they start to take shape, and bam, by week 8, you've got something that looks like an arm or a leg. Seriously, just pause and think about that. From a simple little bump to a fully formed limb in about a month. It's wild.
So let's zoom in a bit. Let's look at that very first step. Where does a structure this complex even come from? Well, it all starts with that tiny little bud of tissue. And this little guy, the limb bud, is basically the foundation for the whole construction site. It's the starting block for everything that's about to happen. Now, it might look like just a simple little bump of cells, but don't let that fool you. Inside, there's this super organized, complex project already getting started.
So if we were to look inside this bud, you'd find 2 main parts. In the middle, you've got this core of what's called mesenchyme. You can just think of it as a bunch of super versatile stem cells. It's our raw building material, right? The bricks, the concrete, the whole deal. And then, capping it off, there's this special layer of cells called the Apical Ectodermal Ridge, or AER for short. The AER, that's our project foreman. It's the one on site, yelling out orders and making sure the growth happens.
Okay, so we've got our building supplies, and we've got our foreman, but who's in the main office looking at the blueprints? Who's making the big picture decisions? Well, it's time to meet the master architects behind this whole operation. Here's the whole construction crew laid out. We already met the AER, that's our growth foreman, just pushing the limb to grow outwards, making it longer. But now check this out, the ZPA, or the zone of polarizing activity. This is our master architect. This is the genius that decides the whole layout. Thumb on this side, pinky on that side. And of course, all their work is done using the mesenchyme, that amazing building material that can turn into bone, muscle, you name it.
And here's the really crucial part. It's all about communication. The master architect, the ZPA, sends out signals to the foreman, the AER. It's basically saying, hey, keep building, we're not done yet. The AER gets the message and tells the building material, the mesenchyme right under it, to keep growing and dividing. It's a perfect little feedback loop. It's how the limb knows to grow out first, before it starts worrying about making the individual parts.
All right, so a long limb is a good start, but let's be real, it's not much use without fingers and toes, right? So now the project changes. We're moving away from the heavy-duty construction phase and getting into the fine detail work. It's time for some sculpting.
And here's how that sculpting happens. First, the very tip of the limb flattens out into a little paddle. Think of it like a mitten. That's our hand plate. Then our foreman, the AER, does something really smart. It breaks itself up and only stays active right over the spots where our fingers are going to be. And then the magic happens. A process called apoptosis kicks in, and it starts to carefully, precisely remove the cells in the webbing between our future fingers.
That process is called apoptosis, and the textbook definition is programmed cell death. Now, I know cell death sounds kind of harsh, maybe even destructive, but you have to reframe that. In development, it's one of the most creative forces there is. This isn't a wrecking ball, it's a sculptor's chisel. It's the body carefully carving away what it doesn't need to reveal the masterpiece underneath.
Seriously, do it right now. Just look at your hand. See the space between your fingers? That space is there for one reason. Because when you were a tiny embryo, the cells in that spot got a message. And that message was to basically self-destruct, to get out of the way for the final design. They quietly removed themselves to create the shape you see right now. Isn't that just mind-blowing?
So as you can tell, this whole process is timed and controlled down to the absolute micron. It's incredibly precise. But what happens if the blueprint gets a little tweak? Or if something in the construction process goes just a tiny bit differently?
Well, variations do happen. It turns out that about 1 in every 500 births involves some kind of congenital limb abnormality. And that number isn't meant to be scary, it just really highlights how unbelievably complex and delicate this whole developmental dance is.
And here are a couple of common examples you might have heard of. Syndactyly. That's when you have fused digits, like webbed fingers or toes. In our analogy, that's what happens when the sculptor, Apoptosis, doesn't quite remove all the material between the digits. Then there's Polydactyly, which is having extra digits. That's kind of like the architect deciding to add an extra room onto the house at the last minute. See, they're not failures, they're just variations on that original, incredible blueprint.
So, after all this, after seeing the blueprints, meeting the crew, watching the sculptor do its thing, what's the big takeaway here? What's the one thing you should really walk away with?
It's simply this. The hand that you might be using to hold your phone right now, it's no accident. It is the finished product of a perfectly choreographed, insanely controlled construction project. It was guided by tiny architects and finished by a master sculptor, all happening inside you before you were even born.
And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If all of that amazing complexity, that elegance, goes into just building one of your hands, what other incredible, mind-boggling stories of creation are playing out inside our bodies right now every single second?